Have you ever looked back at your life and thought, if only I had known this sooner, I could have saved myself years of regret? Well, here's the truth. The most successful people have often shared the same regret, that they didn't start earlier, that they didn't act with more urgency. Jim Rohn, one of the most profound thought leaders, said, "You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great." So let me ask you this. What could you have accomplished by now if you started when you first thought about it? In this video, I'm going to break down the key lessons that can save you 10 years of regret. It's not about the grand moments, but the small, everyday actions that shape your life's trajectory. Let's dive into those life-changing lessons. Point number 1. Don't wait for the perfect moment. How many times have you found yourself saying, "I'll start tomorrow," or "I'll wait for the perfect time"? We all have, right? But let me tell you something. There's no perfect time. Jim Rohn famously said, "The time to start is now." You can wait for everything to line up perfectly, perfect conditions, perfect resources, perfect knowledge, or you can start right now with what you have. Because the moment you decide to wait for the perfect conditions, you're delaying your growth. I remember talking to someone who had a dream of writing a book for over 5 years. Every year they told themselves, "I'll do it next year." But next year came, and they were in the exact same place. The perfect moment never came, and that dream never turned into a reality. The truth is, you might not have everything you need to succeed right now, but starting will give you the momentum you need to build it. Action step. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Start now. Take one step today, no matter how small. Consistency is far more important than perfection. Remember, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. Point number 2. Invest in yourself. Your income is directly related to your philosophy, Jim Rohn said. And what is philosophy but the way you think, the way you view the world, and the way you approach challenges? Let me tell you, the best investment you can ever make is in yourself. Most people spend years chasing the latest gadgets, the fastest cars, or trying to keep up with the next trend. But that's not where real wealth comes from. It's not in material things, it's in your growth. I know someone who was stuck in the same job for over a decade. No advancement, no promotion. Then one day, they decided to invest in themselves. They took a course, learned a new skill, and started reading books on leadership. Within 6 months, they were promoted and eventually moved to a completely new career that they loved. Imagine the difference it made in their life. But that's because they started investing in themselves. Action step. If you want to avoid the regret of staying stuck in one place, commit to daily self-improvement. Whether it's reading for 30 minutes a day, watching educational videos, or attending seminars, every bit of knowledge you gain is an investment in your future. Your growth is the key to your success. Start today. Point number 3. Take responsibility for your life. Jim Rohn said it best. You must take personal responsibility. You cannot change the circumstances, the seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself. Read that again. You can change yourself. Here's the truth. The second you stop blaming the world, your parents, your boss, your past, and start owning your life, that's the second everything shifts. It's not easy. It's one of the hardest things you'll ever do, but it's also the most freeing. Picture that person you know who's always stuck in the blame game. My job sucks. My boss is unfair. Nothing ever goes right for me. Sound familiar? But what happens when someone flips the script, when they say, maybe I can't control my boss, but I can control how I show up every day? That's when the magic happens. Looking back at my own life, I can see the years I wasted blaming everything around me. It's easy to play the victim, it feels safe. But it's a trap. The moment I took full ownership of my choices, my mindset, my future, everything changed. And it can change for you too. Action step. Starting today, make a decision. No more excuses. Take full responsibility for your life. You can't control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. Focus on what you can control, your attitude, your actions, your mindset. And trust me, once you own your power, you'll become unstoppable. Point number 4, surround yourself with the right people. Jim Rohn said it, You are the average of the 5 people you spend most time with. Let that sink in. Who's in your 5? The people around you either push you higher or pull you down. There's no in-between. Think about it. If you hang out with people who are negative, who gossip, who settle for mediocrity, guess what? You start absorbing that energy. But when you surround yourself with ambitious, positive, hungry people, you start rising without even realizing it. I know someone who made a bold move. They cut ties with toxic friends who constantly complained and doubted everything. Instead, they started finding mentors, joining masterminds, seeking people who were living the life they wanted. Within a year, their mindset, their energy, and even their income changed drastically. Your circle matters more than you think. Action step. Audit your inner circle. Seriously, ask yourself, are these people lifting me up or dragging me down? It's time to choose your environment intentionally. Find people who inspire you, people who challenge you, people who make you uncomfortable in a good way. Your future self will thank you. Point number 5. Don't fear failure, fear regret. Jim Rohn said, "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day." But most people never even get started because they're scared to fail. Here's the reality. Failure is not the enemy. Regret is. Every failure teaches you something. Every failure moves you closer to your goals. But regret? Regret sticks with you. It whispers what if late at night. It haunts you. Have you ever not gone after something you wanted and later felt that sting of regret? I have. And I recently talked to someone who had a brilliant business idea but was too scared to take the leap. A year later, their biggest pain wasn't that they failed. It was that they didn't even try. Action step. Shift your mindset. Don't ask, what if I fail? Ask, what if I never try? Take the shot. Launch the idea. Apply for the dream job. Start the conversation. Fail forward. Fail often, but never live with regret. Your future self isn't waiting for perfection. They're waiting for you to move. Point number 6. Plan your future. Don't let life just happen. Jim Rohn said it perfectly. The future doesn't just happen. It's created by the decisions you make today. Today, not someday, not when it's convenient. Right now. Here's the truth. If you don't take the time to plan your life, life will plan itself, and chances are you won't like where you end up. Years will pass, and one day you'll look back wondering, how did I get here? The people who live extraordinary lives aren't just lucky. They made a plan. They set a direction. And they kept moving toward it, even when it was hard, even when they didn't feel like it. I met someone a few years ago who was stuck in that endless cycle, drifting from job to job, relationship to relationship, city to city. No real goals, just hoping things would magically get better. Spoiler alert, they didn't. Not until they did something radical, they stopped drifting. They sat down, got brutally honest with themselves, and mapped out their future. Where do I want to be in 1 year? 5 years? 10 years? What do I need to start doing today to get there? It wasn't overnight. It wasn't easy. But step by step, day by day, their life transformed. Today, they're living the life they used to only dream about. And it all started with a plan. Action step. Right now, grab a notebook, open a document, whatever works for you, and start planning. Where you want to be 5 years from now? What goals will get you there? What tiny steps can you start taking today? Break it down. Make it real. A life without a plan is like a ship without a rudder, just floating wherever the current pulls it. But when you have a plan, you're the captain of your own life. Steer it where you want to go. You see, the truth is that regret isn't something we can avoid, but we can minimize it by taking action today. Jim Rohn always said, "Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better." So become better, take those first steps, and take control of your future. If this video resonated with you, then don't keep this to yourself. Like, comment, and subscribe so we can keep moving forward together. Share with someone who needs to hear this, and let's continue to grow, to learn, and to thrive. The best is yet to come.